Hello, everybody. This is Luke.
And I'm Elijah. And we are the Eagles of Steel.
So, what a week last week.
Again, we suck.
You blew it!
What, I go like four and...
You went 4-10, I went 5-9. Like, what is going on?
Ooh.
Like, the only games last week that I got right were the Bears, the Commanders, the Jaguars, and the Rams, and like the Packers game, and also the Chiefs winning. But like, what is going on?
Like, this NFL is unpredictable.
Yeah. Like, the current playoff picture for the NFC is the number 1 seed being the Minnesota Vikings. Who would have thought saw that coming at the beginning of the season? Number 2 seed being the Washington Commanders, out of all teams as well, being 4-1 and scoring 30 points in their last 3 games. Over 30. It's like, it's just insane.
Well, let's get into these Week 6 predictions.
Yeah, let's just see what this week has in store for us.
We cannot obviously do the Thursday night. That'd be spoiling it.
Yeah. We will be doing our Thursday night live stream for the 49ers at Seahawks. Please check that out before you come and watch this video, because it's going to be probably a really interesting reaction, and we cannot wait for that game.
Division game, and it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Well, let's get right to the London Sunday morning game. Jacksonville at Chicago. Now,
I guess Jaguars had their first win.
And Chicago also won. And Caleb Williams. Gabe Williams threw for over 300 yards last week.
Yeah.
And didn't throw a pick.
Okay, so Jaguars got their Jaguars got their first win. Yay! Bears are 3-2, and Caleb Williams is still not the greatest, but he's definitely looking better than he did the first few weeks. He's starting to move in, and that also helps with the fact that DeAndre Swift decided to run the ball. So I ended up going with the Chicago Bears just because their defense is really good, and Caleb Williams as the ground game continues to help Caleb Williams, then I think the Bears can definitely win this game, and I think they're going to win 23-13.
Yeah, this game is going to be a lot of running the ball. Not going to be a lot of throwing. I also picked Chicago to win this, 24-17.
Okay. Reasonable.
Sunday at 1 o'clock game, starting with the division game, Tampa Bay at New Orleans.
Now everyone's the Saints, they don't have Derek Carr, so they're probably gonna suck. Probably not really. Like we saw a little bit of like a spark from him, like on the last final drive against the Chiefs.
A little bit.
And he's a rookie, so he's gonna definitely have some rust on him. But I think he's gonna play probably better than Carr. Like that's like a weird that's like my opinion.
It's gonna be obviously division opponent, so I feel like it's gonna be close. But give me Tampa to win 27-24.
I am going with the upset with the Saints beating the Bucs in New Orleans 24-23. Here's why. For one, the Saints defense is still playing at a good level. I know the Chiefs scored like 26 on them, but for the most of that game, they held their own and they kept themselves in that game against the Chiefs. So they could have easily won that game if their offense could do something. But here's the thing. Also, I think their rookie quarterback is going to actually be good. Plus, the Buccaneers' defense is still injury-riddled. They still don't have Antoine Winfield, and I think that this would be a good starter game for a rookie against this team. So I think they're going to win. It's going to be a fun game to watch, probably.
Now, I already mentioned my pick. And now, time pretty much probably for the game of the week. Washington Commanders at the Baltimore Ravens.
And before we talk about this one, NFL, make this dang prime time. This is a great matchup. How is this a 1 o'clock slate?
I can explain.
Like, honestly. Like, how is this not Sunday Night Football? Like, this is going to be action-packed and amazing scoring and just, two great QBs.
And to be honest with you, it basically comes down to Washington offense passing attack versus Baltimore's offense rushing attack.
And also the defenses of each teams, if they can do anything. This game is definitely going to be a massive shootout. I don't think any defense is going to be played this game at all. I think it really comes down to who's going to get the ball last in this game. I have the final score of this game being Baltimore win 42-39. An absolute like scoring fest between Jay and Daniels and like Lamar Jackson. It's gonna be such a fun game.
Give me the rookie to pull it off. Washington's going to go into Baltimore and win 28-27.
You're going with the upset.
I'm going with the upset.
Nice.
Especially for the game of the week, too. So that's
like,
even more ballsy.
Oh, yeah. Like, we'll see what happens with that. I'm excited for it regardless.
Don't count Washington out.
Oh, I'm not counting them out. I have them scoring 39 points. I just think I think the Ravens are just going to go a little more.
Anyways, next game. This one is going to be interesting, too. Arizona at Green Bay. Both teams coming off wins.
Mm-hmm.
Both close wins were both of them.
Yeah.
That's because the Niners choked for Arizona. But
yeah. Again.
Arizona's looking decent. Like, they're not bad, per se.
So, here's how I'm kind of grading Arizona. They are very inconsistent. Like, they're... One week they can get absolutely manhandled by Washington, 42-14. Literal next week, they have a comeback win against the San Francisco 49ers, the NFC champions of last season. So, I know they're injury riddled, but the 49ers still have so much talent on the team that there was no excuse they should have not won that game.
They choked that.
So, the Cardinals are currently number 2 in their division, which is crazy. And they're facing a Green Bay Packers team who's currently the bottom of their division at 3-2. 3-2. How is this possible?
Every team is 3-2 or above.
I know, and that division is insane. I think Packers, I know like they struggle against the Rams, but they still won the game. And the Rams are still injured themselves. I think though that the Packers, their defense is just too good. They're in the, like Xavier McKinney is like a 1 interception per game like streak going on, which is insane. That the Packers will win this game 28-20 in a nice thriller.
I also have Green Bay winning in Lambeau 20-17. So I feel like it's
a little lower scoring. A little lower scoring.
But a little closer.
A little closer too.
It's
going to be a good game.
All right, next up we have Indy at Tennessee. Oh. I don't know what to think of this one. Because Tennessee and Indy, they're like meh on both sides. Like Indy, I feel like it's going to be the weird game where Indy wins 15-13.
I kind of had a similar like weird like feeling to this game. However, though, it all really depends on quarterback for me. Like both teams have a quarterback thing. Like if they start Joe Flacco, they're winning this game. If they start Anthony Richardson, I don't know. If they would. Now, for the Titans, it's the same thing. If they start Will Levis, they're most likely losing this game. Now, if they start Mason Rudolph, then maybe they'll have a chance to win because he's actually a decent quarterback. Steelers fan here. So,
anyways,
I have the Colts winning this game just because I think that if it's Joe, I think it's still Joe Flacco starting, and I think he's probably gonna still light up any defense because he's been able to good at that. Even though L'Jarius Sneed has been good. Like, for that Titans defense. He's been shutting down pretty much every guy.
He's going to be on Pittman 100%.
Oh, yeah. So, I'm definitely not starting him in my fantasy. Anyway. So, I'm going to have the Colts win this game 21-15.
So, you have a little...
Similar thing. Like
next game. Houston at New England. Now,
we have to discuss this?
No, well, kind of. Kind of, really. Because, remember, Nico Collins is out for 4 weeks with a hamstring injury for Houston's offense.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess they are missing a weapon. And also, I guess the Patriots are starting Drake May this week. Finally.
I am the chosen one.
So we're going to see how good this guy actually is.
But I'm going to... Since there's a chance they might get Joe Mixon back, which I think they will.
Yeah.
Give me Houston to win only by 16-10.
By the way, low scoring game.
Well, New England's defense is nothing to be messed with.
Yeah.
So.
I still think the Texans are going to put up like a masterclass of offense. I think C.J. Stroud is going to still look great. Stephon Diggs is probably going to have over 100 yards. I have the Texans winning 28-17.
Oh, you have a higher scoring.
Yeah, as in the Patriots, I think are going to be able to score 17. Drake May is going to have flashes, but he's still going to look like a rookie. So I think it's... And plus, the Patriots have no weapons, so this rookie's kind of just screwed.
Now, next game. Okay. Cleveland at Philly. Now, Philly coming off their bye week with all their weapons back. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and they also got Lane Johnson back as well. We better win this game. I'm going to be pissed if we don't.
If you don't win this game...
You're fired!
You better be.
Well, I'm guaranteeing it.
If he is not out the door as soon as you lose this game, you guys are like really bad organization right now. Like, what's going on?
If we do win this game, which I think that we will win 28-7.
I have it being 35-20. I think your defense has been pretty mid this season, so I feel like that Browns at least will be able to maybe run on it. Especially with Jerome Ford, but I think they'll be able to move the ball a little bit. But your guys' offense was probably going to score a lot. AJ Brown's probably going to have 2 receiving TDs. Barkley's going to have over 100 yards unless you guys decide not to run the ball, which sounds like a Nick Sirianni thing. So we'll see what happens. I do have you guys winning though.
Starting the 4 or 5 games, Chargers at Broncos. Chargers coming off a bye week,
and Broncos coming off a 3-game win streak.
3,
including and like the last game being an absolute blowout of the Las Vegas Raiders, which that game also included a Patrick Surtain 100-yard pick 6.
He had 2 picks in that game.
Yeah, 2 picks, and one of them was a pick 6.
He's a monster.
He's a monster corner right now,
and he'll be on with probably the best wide receiver that the Chargers have,
which is Lad McConkey.
So actually, give me Denver to win this game, 19-16. I think it's going to be one of those weird games.
I took an upset here.
You took the shot.
I think that Jim Harbaugh is going to be able to coach this team well. And plus, after the bye week, they got a little more healthy. I think Joe Alt is back at their center, which is huge because he was great. I think Dobbins is going to be able to run the ball effectively again behind that guy. And I think that Justin Herbert is definitely a better quarterback than Bo Nix. So I'm going to give the Chargers the victory, 17-16, in a fun, low-scoring game.
Similar affairs with low scoring. Now, the other 4 or 5 game that we need to discuss. Pittsburgh at Las Vegas. Now, both teams took an L last week.
Yeah. One of them was just an absolute massacre, and the other one was at least reasonable. Trying to feel good about it.
But I think you guys will bounce back. I think Pittsburgh's going to win 21-17.
Yeah, you guys already know I'm going with Pittsburgh, but I want to explain something for a second. Because the Steelers, they stressed me the heck out.
This is really going to hurt.
Because every week is the same week of heart-wrenching, and are we going to actually, can our defense hold or not? Because our offense just enough, and then our defense, it's all up to our defense if they want to, play game. So I think the Steelers are going to win this game. I know it's in Las Vegas, but the Raiders have not been playing good football, and they're starting Aiden O'Connell. So I think we should win this game. But knowing the Steelers, we're going to make it close for no reason. And the score is going to be 20-13.
Yeah. And plus, also, Wilkins is out on IR now. So
I know, so their defense got worse.
Anyways, the other 4, starting the 4:25 slate, we have Atlanta at Carolina.
Again, do we have to discuss this?
and I agree.
3, 2, 1, Atlanta. Like, it's not much to debate. Now, my score for this game is going to be 31-17.
I'm not much different, 31-14.
Yeah. Like, it's going to be a blowout. The Falcons, like, Kirk Cousins just threw 500 yards in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and, 4 touchdowns. Like, he had, over 40-some points in fantasy. He went absolutely...
He had 39.
Oh, whatever. But still, though, he went absolutely nuts. And he is starting to really pop off with his team. He's got the weapons. He's got a running back. He's got everything. So I think that they're going to be able to beat them, even if Andy Dalton plays okay. I think they're going to win.
Even if I actually put in Ray McLeod for this reason.
Yeah, which is very interesting. But we'll see what happens.
Well, other wide receivers for Atlanta is not chosen yet. So
yeah, I know.
And he can be good, though, sometimes. Anyways, the other 4:25 game, which is another game of the week, Detroit at Dallas. Revenge time for Detroit. I'll say that.
Yeah, and it's going to be a blowout.
Oh, yeah!
You don't think it's going to be close?
Nope. I think Detroit is going to absolutely manhandle Dallas 33-24.
I have it a little closer because both teams are solid are really good on offense, but defensive wise, that Detroit wins that battle.
Yeah,
but I have Detroit winning 37-34. I have it a shootout.
Okay. Here's why I have the Lions kind of beating up the Cowboys. Cowboys are injury riddled to high heaven. The Lions just came off a bye week who literally got healthier.
So
you got a beat up Cowboys team versus a fully healthy Lions team. Yeah. One of those teams is going to play really good and the other one's just going to just be there. Dak's probably going to throw 2 picks, at least, if not 3. So...
Branch.
Yeah, Brian Branch gets at least.
Now, Sunday night game. Cincy at New York.
Now this one,
The Giants.
I wish that they moved this to 1 o'clock, but this game is actually going to be a lot more interesting than I thought it was going to be.
So they didn't make it. They made an okay choice for this. Like, they didn't make the greatest choice, but they made a decent choice. Because since he's coming off a heartbreaking loss, and the Giants are coming off a massive
win over the Seahawks, who are playing Thursday night. So
I feel like you're going to have the upset.
And you're exactly right. I actually have the New York Giants beating Cincinnati. Here's why. Their defense is playing great football. And their offense, especially if Malik Nabers comes back for this game, is probably going to play good because the Bengals defense is literally, other than actually the Commanders actually have the worst ranked defense in the league, but the Bengals have the number 2 worst ranked defense in the league. They are allowing pretty much everything to happen all over that defense, and I think the Giants are going to be able to expose that. Even if Malik Nabers isn't there, I think they're going to still be able to do it. And I think it's going to be a 28-27 Giants win.
I have the other way. I have Cincy going into the Meadowlands and beating up 28-17.
In more of a blowout. Oh, okay.
It's a big risk. Yeah. The Giants are playing good. Anyways,
I took the huge upset on that.
Monday night, Buffalo at the New York Jets. Both teams coming off a big L.
Big L, and both of them were injury-riddled to high heaven.
So we don't know who's going to win that.
Bills are a little more injury-riddled, but they do still have Josh Allen, who's still a phenomenal quarterback. And then you have the Jets, who Aaron Rodgers is beat to heck. He's just telling himself,
I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
And
plus the Jets has fired their head coach.
That too.
Well, I think the interim head coach is gonna be a lot better than what it's been right now. So,
yeah.
But here's my prediction: because of defense, I picked the Jets, and that's who I'm going with to win this game, 20-10.
I also went with the New York Jets to win this game. I think because their defense is better, and if the coach was the problem and their offense pops off or plays more proficiently, then I do think they're going to definitely beat the Bills, who don't have literally anything right now. So, especially there's a chance that James Cook might be out for this game. So,
same as
Shakir, like all their best weapons. So I think the Jets are going to win 22-17.
There's our picks.
Yeah. The teams that are on bye are both the undefeated Chiefs Vikings as well as
the Rams and the Dolphins.
They're all they don't have a game this week. Which Dolphins really needed a week off. And then the Rams also needed a week off because after they come back, I think they got Cooper Kupp returning.
Not Nakua yet, but they do have Kupp.
The Kupp, which is huge. They get at least one of them back. So they got a little more of an offense again.
That is fair.
As for the undefeated teams, man, the Vikings and the Chiefs, I don't even know who's going to be the first one to take an L. To be honest, it's probably going to be the Vikings because their next opponent is the Detroit Lions. It's in Minnesota, actually. But still, it's in Detroit. This is going to be an interesting week. Please put your picks down in the comments below. We would love to see what you guys think.
Leave a like and click that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 100 subs.
Yep.
We'll try to do something for you guys once we get to that point.
It would be awesome.
And, as always, this is Luke.
And I'm Elijah. And we are the Eagles of Steel. Bye!